The issue of Manchester United's goalkeeping department has been a recurring theme ever since the departure of David de Gea in the summer of 2023. The Spaniard, for all his flaws in distribution and command of his area, was still regarded as a dependable shot stopper during his decade-long spell at Old Trafford. His exit left a vacuum, one which many supporters hoped would be filled seamlessly by Andre Onana. The Cameroonian was brought in from Inter Milan with the reputation of being a modern goalkeeper, calm in possession, strong with his feet, and unafraid to act as the 11th outfield player when required. Yet, despite the fanfare that greeted his arrival, Onana has struggled to instill genuine confidence. A string of errors in key fixtures, coupled with an unconvincing aura under pressure, has made the Stretford end increasingly restless. Those concerns deepened considerably at the weekend when Onana's understudy, Altay Bayındır, was handed a rare start against Arsenal. The Turkish international had been waiting patiently in the wings for his opportunity, but instead of seizing the moment, he faltered at the crucial juncture. A misjudgment in a tightly fought encounter gifted the Gunners a slender 1-0 victory, leaving United's faithful questioning the reliability of both their custodians. Bayındır's mistake was not merely an isolated incident, rather, it highlighted the broader insecurity surrounding United's last line of defense. In a team desperately seeking stability, the inability to rely upon either goalkeeper in decisive matches only compounds the wider sense of fragility. It is this context which has fueled speculation regarding a move for Emiliano Martinez. Martinez, the Argentine World Cup winner, has himself faced uncertainty at Aston Villa. His future at Villa Park has been clouded by whispers of discontent and suggestions of a potential parting of ways since last season. An emotional farewell of sorts hinted at unfinished business, and naturally, rumours linking him to a club of United stature began to gather momentum. United's new head coach, Ruben Amorim, has been outspoken in his admiration for Martinez. He sees the Villa man not simply as a goalkeeper, but as a leader capable of bringing order and assurance to a defensive unit often found wanting. For Amorim, the Argentine represented the perfect antidote to the unease generated by Onana's inconsistency. Nevertheless, despite the clear endorsement from the coaching staff, United's boardroom was less enthused by the prospect of splashing out. Under the stewardship of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the club has entered an era of fiscal restraint. Gone are the days of scattergun spending. In their place comes a more cautious, business-minded approach to recruitment. Journalist Gaston Edel, speaking on his YouTube channel 412, revealed that Martinez had indeed been identified as United's primary target. Amorim had made his case with conviction, insisting that investment in a world-class goalkeeper was essential. Yet, while the Portuguese manager's plea was acknowledged, it ultimately fell on deaf ears within the corridors of power at Old Trafford. The board, wary of committing to another significant outlay so soon after Onana's expensive arrival, opted for a compromise. Rather than tabling the kind of fee that might have persuaded Villa to sell, they proposed a loan arrangement, a move which was immediately rejected by the Birmingham club. Aston Villa's stance was unambiguous. Martinez would only be allowed to leave in a permanent deal, and only for a price befitting his pedigree. Edel stressed how close the deal had come to materializing. According to him, Amorim's persistence had brought matters to the brink of completion. The player himself was aware of the manager's interest and was said to be open to the challenge of restoring United's defensive stability. Yet, with negotiations collapsing over the financial model, the door was slammed shut almost as soon as it had been opened. The failure to secure Martinez not only frustrated Amorim but also raised questions among supporters regarding the club's ambitions. While prudence in the transfer market may be laudable after years of wasteful spending, there remains a fine balance between caution and negligence. To neglect the goalkeeper position, at a time when it is so visibly undermining performances, risks undoing any progress made elsewhere in the squad. From the board's perspective, however, the stance is understandable. Manchester United's pursuit of Carlos Baleba has hit a stumbling block, with reports from The Athletic on the 15th of August confirming that the club have decided to step away from negotiations. The sticking point has been Brighton and Hove Albion's substantial valuation of the midfielder, which United deemed excessive. Brighton, for their part, remain firm in their stance, showing little interest in parting with one of their first-team mainstays. The result has been an impasse, leaving United to reconsider their options in the transfer market. Transfer insider Fabrizio Romano has since revealed that while United have effectively withdrawn from the race for Baleba this summer, the club have by no means abandoned their admiration for the Cameroonian talent. Instead, they are understood to be keeping a close eye on his development, with a view to potentially returning to the negotiating table when the window reopens next summer. New manager Ruben Amorim is believed to be particularly fond of the 20-year-old midfielder, reportedly viewing him as an ideal fit for the tactical system he hopes to instill at Old Trafford. Even without securing Baleba, United's recruitment drive has hardly been unproductive. The club have sought to bolster their attacking ranks and, by most measures, have succeeded. Matheus Cunha has arrived from Wolverhampton Wanderers, bringing Premier League know-how and versatility across the forward line. Bryan Mbeumo has been prized away from Brentford, offering pace and directness from wide areas. Most significantly, the Red Devils clinched the high-profile signing of Benjamin Iko from RB Leipzig, a deal that has been met with considerable excitement among supporters eager for a reliable long-term striker. The urgency of these reinforcements stems from the deep disappointment of last season. The 2024-25 campaign was nothing short of calamitous by United standards, with inconsistent form and lackluster performances undermining their hopes of returning to the upper echelons of English football. Amorim, brought in to steady the ship and inject new ideas, has been clear about his intention to reshape the side's identity and impose a more cohesive style of play. Though still early days, the Portuguese coach has already signaled that youth, intensity, and tactical discipline will be the hallmarks of his regime. All eyes will now be on Old Trafford as United prepare to host Arsenal in their opening fixture of the new season on Sunday. The clash carries added weight, not merely as an early test of Amorim's credentials but as an opportunity for United to lay down a marker against a side expected to challenge for honours. Supporters will be eager to see how the new signings adapt under the glare of the Theatre of Dreams, and whether this refreshed squad can begin to banish the ghosts of last year. For Amorim, it represents the first real chance to show that his United can compete with the very best once again.